Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I took a poll on Instagram today and asked you guys which type of New Year's Eve glam you'd like to see, either dark and smoky or light and glittery. And you guys all chose light and glittery. No, not all of you. Pretty much half, but like 51% was light and glittery, so that's the one that won. So today I'm going to be doing a pretty simple look. I'm going to start super simple and then I'm going to add a little bit more glitter for those of you who like an extra pop. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I just primed my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, and then next I'm going to go in with the Carly Bible palette here. And I'm going to use the shade Bear, which is the shade right here. And I'm just going to use that to set my eyelids. I'm going to set the eye primer is what I mean by that. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Chai, and that's this shade right here. It's just a warm tone, medium brown color. And I'm going to use a Morphe M433 and tap off the excess on the back of my hand. I'm just going to very lightly, what am I trying to say? I'm going to very lightly blend this into my crease and a little bit above onto my transition area. You want it to be very light, so if you want to hold on to the very end of the brush, that will help you get a little bit less pigment on the brush. And it helps diffuse the eyeshadow just a little bit more. So for now, that's all I'm going to be putting in my crease. Next, I'm going to be using a product that I have never tried. It is one of the ColourPop Jelly Much eyeshadows, and it is the shade Buttercup. It came in the Butterfly collection. So it looks like it's kind of an iridescent color with a pink shift. We'll see what it looks like when I put it on my eyes, but I'm going to use a Morphe M522 shader brush, pick up a little bit of the shadow, and just put that on my eyelid. It's definitely a very interesting texture, and you can build up the intensity by going over with an extra layer, and then once it dries, it's supposed to not crease, and there's supposed to be no fallout, obviously, because it is a gel shadow, which with hooded eyes, we will see if that is true. Because with hooded eyes, you never know. I think I have you guys a little too bright, so I'm going to turn down the brightness a little bit so you can get a better look at the color of the shadow. I don't want this to be a cut crease, I want it to be a little bit softer, so we can go back through after this with that shade Chai in the Carly Bible palette, and we can kind of soften the edges a little bit. I'm going to go in with my finger and just kind of blend that out and up a little bit, just so there's no areas that are like chunky or build up too much. And then again, I'm going to go with my M433 and the shade Chai from the Carly Bible palette. I'm going to tap off most of that onto the back of my hand. I'm going to lightly blend between the shimmer and my crease. And the glitter still shows a little bit through the shade Chai, but that's what I wanted because I want it to be kind of a soft transition. Already a very soft look. I really like this. If I had the eye shaped, I would put like a little bit of a wing liner and keep it really simple, but wing liner just doesn't work on my eye shape, so I'm not gonna do that. So there's two different routes I could go right now. I want to add a little bit more glitter and a little bit more color on my lid, so I'm thinking about either going in with the Heavy Metal liquid liner from Urban Decay in the shade Grind. I also have the Anastasia Iridescent Loose Glitter in Mistletoe, which also has a pink shift. So obviously I'm going for kind of that pink color. So Mistletoe ended up having a little bit of a different shift. It has actually more of a blue-green shift. So I'm going to try out the shade, or the color Snowfall. So it's still an iridescent color, but this has a pinkish purple tone. And so I am going to go with the Anastasia Loose Glitter. And I'm using the Anastasia Glitter Adhesive. I'm just lightly applying a little bit of that onto my eyelid. You don't want to use too much. And then with a fluffy brush, I'm going to dip into the glitter and press that into the glue. obviously have some fallout from that. And then all my hooded eye people, you will understand this. I'm going to tilt my head up and try my best to not crease my eyelid. And let that glue dry down all the way. I'm going to have creasing no matter what I do just because of my eye shape, but I don't care because I still love how this looks. And while I'm letting that dry, I will turn you guys down a little bit more so you can really see the color. It's a very pink, kind of pinkish purple, maybe lilac I would call it. Like I said, I'm gonna have creasing no matter what just because of my eye shape, but we'll work with it. So now that I have glitter all over my face and my shirt, it is time for the bottom lash line. So we're gonna go in again with the shade Chai and just a fluffy blending brush. This is the Kylie Jenner brush. It's kind of like the M433 from Morphe. I'm just gonna really gently put some of that on my lower lash line. This doesn't have to be dramatic at all. It's just adding a little bit of shade underneath your eyes. Next, I'm gonna go in with my new best friend, and that is the Jaclyn Hill Flash palette. So this is a highlighter palette. If you have been living under a rock and have not seen this palette yet, I'm gonna use this little mini fan brush from Sigma and then the shade Gleam and just highlight below my brow. Then I'm gonna take the shade Ice and I'm just gonna touch up my cheekbone here. So I'm gonna go off camera, I'm gonna pop on some lashes oh my gosh. So I'm gonna go off camera and I'm gonna put on some lashes and then we will come back and finish up this look. Okay, so I've got my lashes on. These are the Lash Kitty lashes in the style New Love, which are one of my favorite pair of lashes of all time. So they are, I think they're like $10 and you can use code KKMUA to save 20%. So this is not an ad, I'm not sponsored, but I do really love these lashes. And then I use the lip liner from MAC Cosmetics in the shade Whirl. And then I use the lip gloss from Anastasia in the shade Moon Jelly, which is kind of an iridescent lip gloss with, again, a purplish pink shift. I feel like I've been super awkward in this video and I don't know why. I think it's because I had no idea where I was going with this look and I was kind of flustered and all over the place, so I'm sorry about that. But anyways, I hope you guys really like this look because I really like it. I would totally wear it on New Year's Eve and I actually might wear it on New Year's Eve, but please, if you like this look, give the video a thumbs up and be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you in my next video.